What is going on, guys? It's Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son, and oh my god, X-Men 97 has premiered its finale of the season for season one. It got picked up for two more seasons. I believe DeMayo, the showrunner for season one, did a little bit of season or did most of season two and then won't be back for season three. That's my understanding. Let me know down below if that's wrong. But wow, this guy, man, we need to bring this guy back because X-Men, the anime series, of course, holds a special place for all of our hearts. All of our hearts, we have X-Men, the anime series. We have the theme song. And for me, my love for Spider-Man, the anime series, tops X-Men the anime series, but I love both shows. I loved both shows growing up. So being announced X-Men 97 and going into this, of course, I think all of us seen the track record from Marvel, Kevin Feige, the shows that have been happening on Disney Plus. We thought the worst of it, right? And boy, were we shattered. Were we shattered in a good way? X-Men 97 delivers in all fronts: animation, nostalgia, new storytelling, and then also just absolutely adapts the comic storytelling that came before to a T in this one. Some liberties, of course, but man, do they stay faithful and honorable for a lot of the characters, a lot of the storylines, and I am just absolutely baffled on why this is so good, because it's absolutely amazing. And you know what? I'm not baffled because the people who are making this, like DeMayo, love X-Men, the animated series. They love the X-Men. I think his quote on coming into this project and knowing that, listen, this is not Wolverine and the X-Men, this is X-Men. And Wolverine in the series, you don't get a lot of, but he does maintain his kind of side character. He still has moments to shine. If anything, I think the person who had more of the moment was Rogue. Rogue had more of the moment, but I think all of them, everybody gets a moment to shine, of course. And the animation, I thought at first it gets a little, you have to kind of get used to it. It has that kind of Archer animation, but boy, does it kick ass as well. Boy, does the action when needed be for this animation takes it to a whole new level. One of these episodes in the series has to do with Sentinels, Gambit, Rogue, Magneto. One of the best episodes I've ever seen in just all of media. Just woven together beautifully. I think the last time I saw an episode like that was the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. And one of my favorite characters in that episode was Robb Stark. So going into X-Men 97, man, I love seeing Gambit back. I love Gambit. Gambit is one of my top 10 favorite characters of all time. And then I love seeing Nightcrawler, once again, one of my top 10 characters of all time too. I love seeing both of them back at it. Of course, sadly, I didn't get to see Gambit as much as I wanted to, or Nightcrawler as much as I wanted to. They are there. They're just not the forefront. But that's okay, because we have Cyclops once again. They gave Cyclops the most respectful entry in this by making him a badass again, making him a human and a mutant at the same time with human feelings, having a son, Jean, still being there. Like, they really gave a lot of these characters some dilemma, some soap opera kind of dilemma, but a really great cheese of dilemma. X-Men 97, man, I go from beginning to end. I looked forward every single week going into the episode and watching what the team created. And I have to say, praise to DeMayo, man. He delivered in not only X-Men, but some of the cameos in here made me Spider-Man, baby. Spider-Man, thank you. That's all I could say. Thank you, DeMayo. Like, I've been waiting years for something with the anime series Spider-Man, and I'm sure you've all seen it in media, but man, I all I could say is thank you, man. I've been waiting for that moment for a long, long time, and being 34 years old today, going on 35, you really gave me an emotional gift for me. But once again, this is how you do X-Men, man. Jubilee had some great moments to shine too, especially in the finale. I like the new cast. I like bringing Morph back in here. I like what they did with Morph. I like the relationship between all the X-Men and how they are a family, yet they're kind of a broken family. this was a series that just really brought my spirits back up and faith back to Marvel. And I think they owe a lot for the previous X-Men, the anime series, and what they brought to the table. We know Kevin Feige is a huge fan. We know he uses the theme song from the X-Men from here and there, like Multiverse of Madness. But this is how you do the X-Men fantastic. And I just can't wait for season 2 because it leaves off on the finale to something there's a lot of curveballs in this series. There's a lot of things I didn't think they were going to throw in here. I thought might have been controversial, and it is somewhat controversial on some aspects, like relationship wise, storyline wise. But boy, they really kind of like had me intrigued. I was always intrigued, interested in seeing where things go. I think my only gripe is the villain. The overall villain in this season could have been more, I don't want to say fleshed out, pun intended, but he could have been more of a presence. He was there, but I feel like he needed more time. These are 30-minute episodes, and they did a fantastic job with the time they had. But I think that villain could have been stretched out a little bit longer, but that's a little critique. I still did enjoy the villain in this series. I enjoyed all the villains in this series. I enjoyed all the heroes in the series. I enjoyed just being back into this world, and that's what it felt like, being back into that animated world and exploring something new, something more fresh. It really reminded me of, you got Terminator 1 in the past, and Terminator 2 just takes it to a whole new level. So I am glad, I can gladly say that X-Men 97 has absolutely performed. It is absolutely one, I would even state it's a masterpiece. Will I go that it's better than the original anime series? I can't say that because season 1 is done in the books. Can I say season 1 was one of the greatest seasons of all time? Hell yeah, I can. I don't know, to me, the most perfect season I've seen is Arcane on Netflix, because I love Jinx. I love all the characters in there. The animation in there was praised as well. So to me, they're like right there. I would say Arcane a little bit more higher just because it was a world that I didn't even really know about, and it really did bring me in. So I would say X-Men is bringing that nostalgia factor in it, and Arcane I came in fresh, and it just really delivered, and it really made me say that, damn, this is like the best first season I've ever seen in my life. But X-Men 97, when it comes to, and technically it is another season of the last animated series, or the years before it. I will say though, this season has been a banger. I freaking love this series. I can't wait to see where they go with it. I hope firing the showrunner, that Disney maybe could reconsider bringing them back. But if not, I hope whoever does lead the charge does still an amazing job and takes care of these characters. See what happens when you love a series, you love a property, and you do justice with it. I hope everybody gives, even the most critique YouTuber reviewers out there, I hope they can give love for this show, because this is exactly what we've been all bitching about, and this is what was delivered. This is how you properly handle a IP like this, or a property like this. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd like you to comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on X-Men 97. I'm Dan Mag and Dan Son. I will see you guys next time. All I can say, thank you, Demayo, for Spider-Man. Thank you. I know it's X-Men. Thank you for the X-Men. Thank you for bringing back Gambit, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Charles, Cyclops, making him a badass again. But thank you for Spider-Man. Thank you. You guys have a good one.